It's working.
Yay!
Oh my God. It's working.
But why Minecraft?
Okay. All right. Good. What time do we have? We have 10 minutes. 12 minutes. Good.
12 minutes.
All right.
So 12 hours.
So yesterday we talked about that cool trick to get rid of fractions out of equations so that we can solve them very easily, right? And it was really effective. It seemed like everybody got it. Everybody understood the process. Now, the only thing is, all the problems I gave you yesterday had the same denominator. Okay, so the question is, how would you do it if the denominators are different? Now, when you are adding and subtracting fractions, what do you have to always have?
The same Minecraft.
Yeah, the same denominator, common denominator. Remember that? Remember way back when you had to do the common denominators? So if I had, just for a second, let's just practice common denominators first. Let's say I had 1/3 plus 2/6. What would be my common denominator that I would have to turn something into? Yes.
3. 6. 6.
Well, I can't really turn the 6 into a 3, but I could turn the 3 into a 6.
Yes.
Right?
Well, yeah,
So
you can divide.
yeah, but you don't usually do that. It's good because it can get complicated. It would definitely would work. You're totally right. But it's better to think of, the first thing is look at the bigger number. So Skylar, can you stop? The first thing is look at the bigger number and ask, does the littler number go into the bigger number? Yes? And it does, right? Therefore, 6 is my lowest common denominator. Yes, Sam?
Those two fractions are equal. Yeah, if you reduce the
You're right. You're right. And you're right. Good point. So you're right. So I see what now that I look at it, I see what Manuk was thinking. He was thinking, oh, immediately I would change 2/6 to 1/3. That is definitely a way to do it, right? But let's just say it didn't work that way. Let's say it was 5/6, right? Something like that. Then you clearly have to choose a common denominator. You got to create a common denominator. So you look at the bigger number and ask, does the little number go in the bigger number? If it does, then that bigger number is your lowest common denominator, right? Now, you could also do 3 times 6, which is 18, right? Right? You could do 30 times 6. You could do 300 times 600. They're all going to be common denominators, but it's going to be harder as you get bigger numbers in the denominator. So if you get the smallest one possible, that's the easiest. 6 is the smallest. What about this? 2/3 plus 3/4. What would be my common denominator, my lowest common denominator?
12.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Lowest common denominator would be 12.
You what? Yeah, lowest common denominator would be 12. In this case, I take the bigger number, and the bigger number, 3 doesn't go into the bigger number. 3 doesn't go into 4. So what I do then, I'm just showing you guys a method here. So everybody look. You probably all know this, but I'm just showing you a method. You look at the bigger number. 3 doesn't go into 4. Double 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Does 3 go into 8?
No.
Okay, triple 4. 3 times 4 is 12. Does 3 go into 12?
Yes.
There you go. That's your lowest common denominator. If you start with a bigger number and keep multiplying it times 1, 2, 3, 4 until this number goes into it, that's your lowest common denominator. Does that make sense? Always works. Okay, so that's going to be very useful. When you have equations with fractions that have different denominators, this is the cool trick. Right over here again. Cool trick. Cool trick number 2. Right? Since the other one, we'll say the other one was number 1. Multiply each term by the lowest common denominator.
What? 12? Wait.
So you'll see in a second. Just write that down. multiply each term by the lowest common denominator. And just a reminder, if the lowest common denominator is a whole number, which it will be, that always goes in the numerator when you multiply, right? You guys remember that? So let's say I had this. 2/3 x plus 1/6 equals 4. Okay, I do not have I don't have the same common denominators here. I have different denominators. So what would be my common denominator?
6.
I look at my biggest number. Does 3 go into my biggest number?
Yes.
Yes, so 6 would be so I'm going to use 6. I know that's going to be my common denominator. So what I do is I multiply times 6 in the numerator, times 6 in the numerator. And this one doesn't need a numerator, so times 6. Now, I do my upstairs, downstairs reducing, okay? Some people call it cross-reducing, but this isn't cross-reducing, so that's what it's called, though. But it's just upstairs, downstairs reducing, in my opinion. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 2, x. So I have 4x plus, these 6's just cross right out. Look at that. So plus 1 equals 24. Look at that. In one move, I just got rid of this horrible equation, and I've got a very simple equation. I subtract 1, and I have 4x is equal to 23. And then I divide by 4, x is equal to 23/4. And if you want to go further, you can.
5.75.
5.75. Do you guys have a calculator, or are you just doing this in your head? Jeez Louise. All right, you're making me look bad. All right.
Gary, it's our job to make you look
Yeah,
bad.
well, good. Okay, great. Can I erase this?
Yes.
Is that okay? John, you writing this down? You got all this down? Exactly, completely? Can I come see? You got the whole thing down? Everything I wrote? What? Yeah, write the equation. Write the equation and the solution. All right, I'll do another one underneath or over here. Can I erase this? Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's another one. How about 5/4 x plus 2/3 equals 8/3.
12.
Okay? All right, so if I have that, what would be my lowest common denominator? 12. So now it's 12. So I'll just put this up here to remind you. So I'm going to do times 12. Times 12, always in the numerator. Times 12, always in the numerator. And then I'm going to do my upstairs, downstairs reducing. 4 goes into 12, I know that. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Am I going too fast?
No.
3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now I just do my multiply. 5 times 3 is 15x. You with me? Plus 2 times 4 is 8. Equals 8 times 4 is 32. I have no fractions. Piece of cake now, right?
No. Yeah.
So now the next thing I do is I subtract my 8, subtract 8 from both sides. I have 15x is equal to 24. And then I divide by 15, and then x is equal to 24 15th. Now, can I reduce that?
Yeah.
1/6.
So
What?
No,
No.
I mean 1.6.
4 goes into both of these, right?
3.
3, sorry. 3 goes into both of these. Divide this by 3. You
It's
got
8/5.
8 over 5.
It's just
Which is what?
1.6.
1.6. Make sense? Okay? All right, so homework tonight is going to be practicing these, as well as on the back side, it's a bunch, you have 6 problems to graph using the shortcut.
Yay!
So it'll be pretty straightforward and easy.
Wait, wow.